One thing I want to talk about is competing on the first season of Dana White, Contender, the series. Talk to me about the atmosphere of this show and kind of what's going on with this thing and what it's like for people who are fans of UFC and MMA to kind of get a behind-the-scenes perspective.
So I was at the old Tough gym, so it wasn't even at the new Apex. So I was at the old gym. Literally, it was crazy because literally the first season was the hardest season to get a contract on. I mean, I seen guys in the first 2 seasons I think was hardest, right? Now they're giving out contracts left and right. But back then, it's like I've seen people get knockouts and no one was getting contracts. For me, at that time, my mindset was this is my last shot. Because prior to that, I fought for Tachi. I was a champion. I ended up losing to Adam Antolin. He ended up being on The Ultimate Fighter. Then they were looking at, it's called Dana White Looking for a Fighter. They came out to San Diego. I found the same card. I won, but still I looked like shit. So for me, I took it as this is my last chance to get into the UFC. And I went out there and I just told coach, like, hey, I'm going to go out there and just fucking either I'm knocking this guy out or, I'm getting knocked out. One or the other is going to happen, but I'm going to go out there and go. And walking out, it's super quiet, super mellow. Like, so only at that time, there's only like maybe 50 people, if that, because they only have bleachers. They don't have like how it is now. So only bleachers, so it's really quiet. So you can literally hear everything people are saying. And I just remember going in there fighting, and I can hear the guy's like family. I don't know if his wife or his mom or something like that, like talking shit to me. Like, you know what? No, you don't want this. I'm like, I don't know if you're seeing this fight, but I'm whooping this boy's ass. Like, but, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I can hear everything they're saying.
Did you think this like, shut up, bitch?
I
would have said it.
You would have said that.
I would have said it.
What's the worst thing you've ever said to someone?
I never talked.
Exactly.
I never talked in the fight.
Anything.
No. But I've never been able to hear the crowd like that, saying shit like that to me.
Yeah, that's
got to be crazy, right?
Yeah, it was crazy, right? And there's literally Dana White, Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby right there.
Oh.
And I'm obviously nervous going in there, but I'm like, hey, this is my last chance. I'm going to give everything. And just being there was crazy. And then after I won, you're still not guaranteed the contract, right? So I'm sitting there in the back. We're waiting in like one of the it was like a room with like the kitchen maybe at the Ultimate Fighter gym, right? It was like a little kitchen. We're sitting there. We're sitting on the desk, and there's a sink and everything. They were walking in. It's like, all right, we're waiting to figure out who's getting a contract, and they're calling people's names. Oh, this guy, oh, sorry, you didn't get one. You didn't get. Oh, we only need these 2 guys. So they called me and somebody else. I got the contract. It's like, man, thank God, because shit, if it wasn't for that, I don't know what the hell I'd be doing. You know what I mean? At that time, I gave myself to a certain age. I gave myself till I was 26 to make it to the UFC. I obviously want to have family, stuff like that. And Rampage knows you ain't getting paid much. Nowadays, we're getting paid more than what these guys got paid. When I first started fighting in 2011, I got paid $300 a fight.
What?
Yeah. In the UFC?
No, this is out.
Oh, okay.
And the UFC, and once I was making $300, $500. I fought in 9 months. I fought 7 times. It was like when I first started, and then kind of going from there. And then the most money I made up to that point was like $6,000. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, this is there. I got paid 5 and 5, so you got 10. If you won, so that's the most money I ever had. I was like, oh shit, here we go. And I was looking like, hey, I'm gonna give myself a timeline. I didn't want to be 32 years old still trying to make it. Not being able to pay my bills. So I gave myself a timeline, and it happened to work out. You know what I mean? I was like, thank God. And still to this day, I'm still making it. I'm still doing things. Still fighting the UFC, making great money and stuff like that, and living the dream, getting to travel the world for free. Getting to hang out with cool ass people, getting to, explore. I think I've cornered about 40 times in the UFC, anywhere from like prelims to title fights. In between, I've been able to coach and help people out. You know what I mean? That's what giving back to the sport that gave me my life, gave my son his life. I'm grateful to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Do all the stuff I'm able to do for him. And for me, I always like to repay it forward. So for me, coaching and stuff. So like I said, it was one of those things where it's gonna make it or break it kind of moment. And it was a good night, good feeling. Obviously winning and stuff, and just showing all the people like Coach Colin took a chance on me. Right? When you're doing this, you're taking a chance on guys. You're not guaranteed to make it, and just being able to repay him and and stuff like that. Like still to this day, my percentage has never changed with them because shit. I mean, why? Like he's putting so much work, so much time, so much effort into me. The hours he puts into me, the traveling, driving places, not asking for a penny. You know what I mean? Like it was just great to see me being able to repay him. You know what I mean? And it was awesome. It was an awesome feeling.